Hello, hello. Welcome back to the mat, my friends, and welcome to a deep stretch class. This practice is going to be great for any time, really, but in particular, if you're feeling a little sore, a little tender, maybe from a vigorous yoga practice the day before, or perhaps a gym workout that was tough workout, you might be feeling a little sore, a little tender in the muscles. So this will be a really nice practice for those sore days. And if you have not joined the online tribe, click the link in the description below to come on in and join us. And if you'd like to support the channel and the making of more videos like these, please consider joining me on Patreon. That link is also in the description below. Alrighty, for today, I'm going to recommend you grab 1 or 2 blocks. If you've got 2, grab 2. Grab a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, you can grab a towel, a scarf, a necktie, anything that will emulate a strap. And we'll probably be bringing our knees to the earth quite a bit. So if you would like a blanket to place underneath your knees, make sure you grab a blanket or a towel, anything to give you a little extra padding. Alrighty, go ahead and grab your props, unroll your mat, and we're going to begin lying on our backs, just like Shavasana. All right, my friends, come to lie all the way on your back. Make sure that your strap is within hand's reach so that you can easily grab hold of that. And come to lie all the way back. You can allow the legs to extend long. Allow the arms to rest by the sides of the body. Close down the eyes and take a moment to settle here. Taking a gentle scan of the body and noticing the areas of the body that you feel the most. So the parts of the body that are sort of making themselves known the most. Simply noticing which parts of the body those are. Beginning to set an intention here of honoring where you are in this practice. So if there are any parts of the body that feel a bit sore or tender, simply honoring that, knowing that you don't need to take any of the poses any further than feels okay for you. Knowing that this is not a competition. And it really is about honoring yourself and honoring your body and honoring where you're at today. And of course, we can take that off the mat as well to again honor ourselves where we're at without pushing, without forcing. We tend to place a lot of emphasis on striving, on achieving and accomplishing and doing. And those things are great. But it's equally important to sometimes take a step back and simply honor where we are. Allowing the breath to become a little bit deeper, and a little bit longer. And from here, go ahead and begin to hug the knees in towards the chest. You can give them a squeeze. Maybe a gentle rock side to side, checking in with lower back. And then bringing the sole of the left foot flat onto your mat. You'll take hold of your strap and loop it underneath the sole of the right foot. And then extend the right foot up towards the sky. Checking in with the right hamstring. So not trying to pull too hard or too far. Noticing what the hamstring has to say about this stretch here and honoring whatever that is. And then releasing the strap off the foot. You can set your strap off to the side and cross the right ankle just above the left knee, so onto the left thigh. And then hug the left leg in towards the chest. The right arm will thread through the center of the legs, and the left hand will come to the outside of the left thigh. You can interlace the fingers behind the left thigh and gently pull the left thigh in towards the chest. Feel the stretch in the outer right hip. You can maybe even kind of rock side to side gently as you feel into these sensations. And then releasing the left leg, bring the sole of the left foot flat onto the earth once again. And now from here, stack the right knee on top of the left, like you're sitting like a lady. And then drop both knees over towards the left, maybe scooching the hips towards the right a little bit, coming into a twist. Keeping the right shoulder on the earth as much as possible. You can maybe bring the gaze over towards the right side. Lifting the legs back up to center. Centering the hips, bringing the sole of the right foot flat onto the earth, bringing the left knee in towards the chest, and then taking your strap underneath the sole of the left foot. Coming into the other side. So stretching right leg towards the sky. Feeling into the sensations in the left hamstring. And this side will probably feel a little different from the other side. So it might feel a bit tighter. It might feel more open. There's no better or worse. Simply noticing the differences. And then releasing strap from the bottom of the left foot, sending it off to the side, crossing left ankle just above the right knee onto the right thigh, hugging the right leg in towards the chest. Make sure that the left foot is flexed, and maybe you rock side to side gently. Again, noticing the sensations that arise for you in the outer left hip. Releasing the right leg, right foot goes flat onto the earth, stacking left knee on top of the right, dropping the knees towards the right, maybe scooching the hips over towards the left, and coming into your twist, keeping left shoulder on the earth, maybe the gaze comes over towards the left side. And lifting back up to center. And recentering the hips and hugging both knees in towards the chest, giving them a loving squeeze. And from here, rolling yourself up into a seat. You can go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together to touch, coming into Baddha Konasana legs. Hands can rest gently on the ankles, and you can begin to sort of flutter the legs up and down. And then gently using the muscles of the outer hips, the outer thighs, begin to press the legs towards the earth as you lift the heart up towards the sky. And then gently release. And then press the legs down and release. And press and release. From here, we'll come into some shoulder opening. So you can stay with the legs in Baddha Konasana legs if you'd like, or you can simply cross the legs, whatever feels best for you. Taking hold of your strap, I recommend holding the buckle in one hand so it's not flailing about. And then you'll hold the strap about, we can start with like knees width distance if you're sitting sort of cross-legged. We're going to lift the arms up towards the sky. Big inhale. And then exhale, lower back to the knees. Take an inhale to lift. Maybe extend them a little farther back. And then exhale to lower. Inhale as you lift. This time as you exhale, allow the arms to come all the way around and back and down as you exhale. Inhale to lift them all the way around, back up to the top. And then exhale as you bring them down in front of you. And take a few more rounds just like this. So you inhale, lifting up towards the sky overhead, and exhale to lower the arms behind you. See if you can keep straight arms. Inhale to lift up behind you, and exhale, lower forward. So you can open the arms out wider if you need to open them wider. If after a few of these you feel like you can bring the hands closer, feel free to experiment with that as well. So stay with your breath. Remember the intention of honoring where you're at. So there's no need to bring the hands closer together. Wherever you are, wherever your shoulders are, is perfect. And let's take one more just like this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down and back. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Beautiful. From here, we'll come into tabletop position, hands and knees. So you can set your strap off to the side of your mat. Come onto hands and knees, begin to move through some cat-cow. So inhale as you drop the belly, lifting the gaze in the tailbone. Exhale, press the earth away, round the spine, chin comes in towards the chest. Inhale to arch, open the heart forward, and exhale, round. Let's take one more like this. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and come to neutral position. Walk the hands forward about one hand's length. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees and the hips. Find your downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out the feet here, bending one knee and then the other. Checking in with the calves. the entire back of the legs. And then finding some stillness in your downward facing dog. Pressing the earth away, the hips reaching towards the sky. And from here, begin to walk the feet up to the hands. Find a hip width distance between the feet. You can keep a bend in the knees as you let the torso and head hang heavy in a ragdoll fold. You can shake out the head, yes and no. Maybe so. You can shift the weight on the feet forward and back, side to side. Maybe find a gentle sway of the torso. And notice the sensations that arise for you in the entire back side of the body. So from the calves, all the way up through the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower, middle, upper back, into the neck. And then from here, as you inhale, lift halfway, reach the crown of the head forward, and as you exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, stay here, bring hands to hips. On your next inhale, come to stand with the flat back. Lovely. From here, you can bring the big toes to touch if you'd like, or you can keep feet at hip width distance, whatever speaks to you. We're going to inhale to lift the arms up high, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold down over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, bring the palms onto the earth and take the left foot way back. Bring the left knee onto the earth, untucking the back toes so top of the foot goes flat. If you'd like to bring a blanket or a towel underneath the left knee, please feel free to do so. And if you'd like to bring blocks underneath the hands, this is a beautiful spot for that. We're going to be moving in this position for a little bit, so decide if you'd like some props. We're going to inhale here, opening the heart forward to the front of the mat. As we exhale, we're going to pull the hips back in space, straightening the right leg, flexing the right toes towards the face. And again, inhale to come on forward, open the heart forward, feel the stretch in the left hip flexor. And exhale to pull back, opening into the back of the right leg. Inhale, come forward. And exhale, back. Two more like this. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale, come on forward. This time we stay here. Bring hands onto the right thigh and sort of lift the torso up away from the leg. Press into the right foot to sort of find a lift up out of this lunge. Feel yourself pull the pubic bone towards the navel, firming up the lower belly, and then keeping that active, maybe find a bit more depth in the right leg. And if this feels steady, lifting the arms up, finding your Anjaneyasana, keep the lower belly nice and firm. Should feel a nice big stretch in the left hip flexor. Take one more inhale. Exhale to bring hands onto the earth. Bring the left palm flat. Open the right arm up towards the sky. Twist towards the right leg. Press the earth away with the left arm. Reach up with the right arm. Now from here, reach the right arm towards the back of your mat. Bend the left knee, lifting left foot up into the right hand. If that's not working, use your strap to lasso the foot and close that space in between. Gently pulling the left leg in towards your seat and at the same time spinning the chest open towards the right side. And then gently release the left foot. Bring the right hand onto the earth. Take an inhale here. Exhale, pull the hips back straight in the right leg. We're going to stay here in this shape. So inhale, lengthen the spine. Imagine reaching the heart forward towards the foot. And as you exhale, maybe you close a little bit of the space in between the torso and the leg. So see if you can keep a nice long spine. If you need to lift up a little bit out of this to find that is perfect. Seeing if you can find as much length as you are finding depth. And then rebending the right knee. Go ahead and tuck the toes under, the left toes under, lift the left knee, and begin to walk the hands over towards the left side of your mat. So you're going to turn your toes to be parallel, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. So inhale, here, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, activate the legs. As you exhale, fold down over legs, dropping crown of the head towards the earth. The hands can come in line with the feet if that is available. Keep the legs nice and active, the kneecaps pulling up towards the hip points. Keep the feet nice and active too, so you can sort of envision them as suction cups on the earth, so feel the arches lift. And notice if all of your weight is sitting back in your heels, and play with bringing some of the weight towards the balls of the feet. And then from here, hands under shoulders, inhale, lift up halfway. Walk the hands all the way over to the left, to the back of your mat, turning the left toes to face the back of your mat, coming onto the ball of the right foot, bringing the right knee onto the earth, finding your low lunge towards the back of your mat with the left foot forward. Inhale, opening the heart to the front of your mat, or back of your mat rather, and exhale, pull the hips back straight in the left leg. Inhale, come on forward, and exhale back. Inhale, exhale. Two more like this. Inhale forward, exhale back. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, come on forward. We'll stay in this shape here. So lifting the torso, bringing hands onto the thigh, and lift the torso, lift up out of this pose. Firm up the lower belly, pubic bone to navel. Keep that active, and from here, find a little bit more depth, feeling that stretch in the right hip flexor. If you feel steady, lifting the arms for Anjaneyasana. Take one more inhale. And as you exhale, hands to the earth, the right palm goes flat, left arm opens to the sky, twisting towards the left leg. And from here, reach the left arm towards the back, bend the right knee, bringing the right foot in to meet the left hand. Maybe using your strap to close that space. Reaching right foot in towards the seat, spinning the chest towards the left side. Gently releasing the right leg, bringing left hand onto the earth, taking an inhale here. Exhale, reach the hips back, straighten left leg, flexing the left foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine, imagine reaching heart towards the foot. As you exhale, maybe the torso lowers, but only if you can do so keeping length in the spine. If you're finding yourself sort of rounding down to the leg, it sort of defeats the purpose. So find that length, even if you're up a little bit higher, that's totally okay. And then rebending the left knee. And tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and come back over to the side of your mat, paralleling the feet. This time, as you lift halfway, lengthening the spine, bring the arms all the way behind you, interlace the fingers, clasping the hands. Inhale, lengthen spine, and exhale as you fold. Really reaching the shoulder blades back towards each other. Feeling the stretch along the shoulders, the fronts of the shoulders, the chest. And then releasing hands onto the earth. Inhale, lift up halfway. And then walk the hands to the front of your mat towards the right foot, turning the right toes to the front of your mat, coming onto the ball of the back foot. Plant the palms flat and take the right foot back, downward facing dog. Notice any changes in sensation in the backs of the legs as you come into this downward facing dog. So noticing if anything has changed for you. And go ahead and bring the right foot in between the hands. Left knee is going to come down once again. Go ahead and lift the torso, finding that Anjaneyasana. This time we're going to find our Gomukhasana arms. So I will encourage you to use your strap, and then if you don't need the strap, you don't need it, but if you do, you'll have it. So bring the strap into the left hand. I suggest holding on to the buckle, lifting left arm towards the sky. You're going to bend at the left elbow, bringing the left hand to sort of the base of the neck. The right arm will come out towards the right. Rotate the palm to face down and then around and back, and then bring the right arm behind you. And so from here, if you can reach fingertips, then you can reach fingertips and you don't need the strap. But if you cannot reach the fingertips, the strap should be there so that you can hold on to your strap. So take hold wherever feels best for you here. Notice if the left arm is sort of pressing your head down, bringing your chin towards the chest, and really see if you can press the head into the arm, bringing the chin parallel to the earth. Now from here, inhale, lengthen crown of the head towards the sky, and as you exhale, sort of lean over towards the right side. So you're going to get a really big, giant stretch all the way from the left elbow down the left tricep, down the left side of the body, down into the left hip flexor, the left quadricep. It's a big old stretch. Take one more breath here. As you inhale, lift back up to center, releasing the arms. Bring the hands onto the earth. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, hop the left foot in to shorten your stance. So you want about 3 feet in between the 2 feet, coming into pyramid pose. And again, this is a beautiful place to bring blocks underneath the hands if you feel you need the earth to come up and meet you a little bit. From here, inhale to lengthen the spine forward. Pull the right leg up into the hip socket, squaring off the hips. Activate both legs, kneecaps pulling up towards the hip points. And then from here, see if maybe you can begin to lower the torso over the right leg. As you inhale, lengthen the torso, lifting halfway. Walk the hands to the left side of your mat, and then walk them all the way around to the back of your mat. We're going to come into pyramid pose right here on the other side. So you might need to readjust the feet. You do want a bit of space in between the feet, so railroad tracks, not a tightrope. square off the hips. Take an inhale to lengthen. Pull the left leg up into the hip socket. And as you exhale, maybe the torso lowers a little bit more over the left leg. Take an inhale, lift and lengthen. And then from here, step the right foot a bit farther back, coming into your lunge, bringing the right knee down onto the earth. Untucking the back toes, lifting the torso, finding your Anjaneyasana, arms lift high. From here, we'll find our Gomukhasana, arms on the other side. So if you want to use your strap, go ahead and grab your strap. Right elbow is going to bend so that the right hand comes to sort of the base of the neck, the top of the back. Left arm will come out to the left, rotate the palm down and around to face the back of your mat, and then bring the left arm around behind you. Interlace fingers if you've got fingers. Take hold of your strap if you've got your strap. As you inhale, lengthen the crown of the head towards the sky. As you exhale, begin to lean over towards the right side. So again, feeling that big stretch all down the right side of the body. One more breath here. Inhale to lift. Release the arms, bring the hands onto the earth. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. And then walk yourself over to the side of your mat, coming into Malasana squat. So you can heel toe the feet in. You want the heels facing slightly in, the toes facing slightly out. Drop the hips all the way towards the earth. Palms come to touch at heart center. If you find that your heels are lifted really high off the earth, go ahead and bring a blanket or a towel underneath the heels so that you can sort of sit back on them and be supported in this pose. If this feels like it's too much, you can also bring a block underneath your seat and take a seat on your block. Makes this a lot easier. Wherever you are, think about reaching the tailbone towards the earth and the sternum towards the sky. So find a nice long spine. The elbows will press towards the insides of the legs. You can close down the eyes if you like. And then from here, we're going to come to sit back on our seat. And we're going to come into a diamond shape with the legs. So soles of the feet touch. And you don't want the feet super close to the body. You want them a little bit farther away. So it's a nice long diamond shape. If you find that you are sort of rolling back on your tailbone, go ahead and bring a blanket or a towel underneath your seat so that you can sit up nice and long. So you want to feel yourself rooting down through your sitting bones and not back on your tailbone. We're going to come into a forward fold with our arms underneath the shins. So I will recommend bringing a block maybe onto your feet, allowing it to rest there, or you can bring a block to just inside the feet, so inside the legs, right next to the heels, so that your forehead has somewhere to land. If your head doesn't come all the way down onto your feet, which it very well might not. So place your block. If it turns out that you don't need the block, you should be able to kind of use the fingertips to move it. But it's nice to have it there should you want it, so you don't have to like come back out. So the arms are going to go underneath the shins, and the hands will sort of cradle the feet here. And then you'll drop the head down. So I've got block on my feet, forehead on the block, and it's okay if the spine is rounded here. This is more of a pose of surrender, just releasing. So there's no need to strive for anything here. There's nothing to accomplish here. It's a moment to simply be. Allowing for some opening to come into the entire back. From here, gently begin to lift the head. We're going to release the right arm from underneath the right leg. Keep the left arm where it is. So just releasing the right arm. And the right hand is going to come to the inside of the right thigh. I'm going to release my left leg so I can show you. So the right hand's going to come just to the inside of the right thigh, just like right above the knee. The fingertips are facing down towards like the crook of the knee. And then from here, you're going to press the leg away as you straighten the right arm. So you've got left arm underneath the left leg, pressing the right leg away. You should feel a really big stretch along the right back side of the body, so into the QL. This is a really delicious stretch. And coming back to center, go ahead and thread the right arm back underneath the right leg, releasing the left arm. Left hand comes to inside of the left thigh, just above the knee, and then gently pressing the leg away as you straighten the left arm. Feel the nice stretch along the left back side of the body. And then gently releasing this side, releasing the right arm out from underneath the right leg, moving your block off to the side if you used it, and then gently lifting the knees, extending the legs long in front of you, flexing the feet back towards your face. Inhale here as you lengthen the spine towards the sky, and as you exhale, imagine reaching heart towards the feet as you lower the torso down over the legs. Inhale as you lengthen spine, and exhale, maybe lower a little bit more. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower. Now, if there's no pain in your lower back, you can feel free to round down into this forward fold, maybe holding on to shins, ankles, feet, whatever is available to you. And then gently lifting the head and lifting the torso and coming to lie all the way flat on your back. From here, hug the knees into the chest, and then come on into a happy baby. Feet up towards the sky, taking hold of inside or outside edges of the feet, pulling the feet towards the earth, maybe a gentle rock side to side. And then hugging knees into the chest one more time. And if there are any final movements that your body is craving before finding stillness, feel free to take whatever that is. And if you are ready to find stillness in Shavasana, then join me. Extend the legs long, arms by the sides of your body, the palms turned up towards the sky. Go ahead and take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and let it go. Take one more breath, just like that. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Allow yourself to sort of sink into the earth. Allowing your breath to come to its natural rhythm. And surrendering the entire weight of your body to the earth beneath you. And coming into this final resting pose, considering how you can honor yourself today when you step off your mat. If you have more time to stay here in Shavasana, please do stay. Otherwise, start to bring some gentle movement into fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Extend the arms long overhead and take a nice long stretch. And bring the soles of your feet flat onto your mat and turn on to the side of your choice. And then using the top hand to help press you up, make your way into a comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, root down through your sitting bones, feel the crown of the head reaching skyward. Bringing the palms to touch at heart center. Taking a moment of gratitude here for your practice. And a moment to consider how you can honor yourself off of your mat today. Honoring wherever you're at, whatever you're dealing with, whatever you're working with. How can you best honor yourself today? Thank you so much for allowing me to lead you in this practice. Namaste. Thank you so much, yogis, for joining me here on the mat today. And again, if you have not joined the online tribe, that link is in the description. And to support the channel, I urge you to come join me on Patreon at the membership tier of your choice. That link is also in the description below. I will meet you right back here on the mat next time.